Hello, my name is DC. I'll be giving a match analysis for Ohio State versus Michigan. Alright, let's get straight into this one. Starting with the first goal of the game. Here, as the ball is played in, center back follows his man. Here, he does that and ends up leaving this space, which is not yet covered. Let's continue. The ball is played back. Oof, okay, I do love the quick play. Goodness, the center back did get back and cover that space that was there. But unfortunately, I don't know, all their midfielders are here and all the attacking players are ahead of them, which leaves this space that none of the defenders will try. Okay, I understand why they're turning back, but once you give someone this amount of space, they're most likely going to take a hit. And he takes a very good hit. This is why it's very important to have a midfielder in front of your defenders, just so that they can cover that space and try to block off any potential shots from afar. Let's watch that again. You see here, unchallenged, slots it in the back of the net. That's a nice finish. Alright, let's head on to the next goal. Alright, a 1v1, manages to get away from his marker. There is this massive space. Reason why I always go ahead to identify the space, because yes, it's just space, but what happens is when an attacking player occupies that space, because yes, if there was a center back here, maybe he could have cut out the pass to prevent this ball from going in, but unfortunately there was no one, so the striker ends up, don't know if it's a striker, attacker, winger, yeah, but I was just a striker, ends up running into that space, bags himself a wonderful goal. So maybe if there was a defender in between those, maybe if there was a defender that was supposed to be standing where he was standing, in that space that I've notified you about, he could have got on that cross, or could have headed it away. I mean, look at this. The defender here gets done, and nothing much the goalkeeper could do. This is why it's very, very important to avoid leaving spaces, because two of the goals have come from, how can I say, unoccupied space or uninterrupted space, whereby there is a person that's supposed to be there who's not there, and the team takes advantage of that. Alright, let's head on to the next goal of the match. Okay, so he gets the ball, he starts off his run, and once again, one thing have you noticed? Space, except I do think these are the two center backs, so maybe there's supposed to be another midfielder that was supposed to be there, but I get this is on the transition, but there are so many men moving forward, because he's moving forward, he's moving forward, he's moving forward, and here this is practically a 2v2 in this specific situation. Could even be a 2v3, 2v4, whatever you call it, but they have just, what again annoys me, this space in between here. No one is occupied it, they've just left it so the man can run through it. And I don't know, I think he takes a bit of a heavy touch, and it's also a pass. He just puts it into his stride, keeper tries to come out, he does well, but the striker slots it underneath the keeper's legs. This was a smart finish. The goalkeeper did the right thing by coming out to try and close down the space, but unfortunately there was not much he could do. That's actually a good ball, but just comes from conceding all that space, and the runner having in, look at this, uninterrupted. They're all chasing behind him, and slots it very, very well. Let's head on to the next goal once again. Oh, it's actually coming up very soon. Alright, so already there's a problem. About everyone here is in a straight line. Those are 4 players. And then he is in this massive... Alright, let me just try, okay. He is in this massive area where he is unmarked. He has all this space to run into, no one is marking him. Let's see where this goes. He continues his run, still no one. Okay, someone has finally gone across. Unfortunately, it's too late, and that's a lovely, lovely near post finish. The thing about the near post is that usually the keeper is expecting someone to push, to score a corner from there. So they do end up leaving that not really say small space, but enough space for you to slot the ball in. And when you hit it, the keeper usually doesn't expect it, and so it does end up going in. But this is a lovely. He sells, you see that? A drop of the shoulder, swing of the hips, sends his defender the wrong way, and that's a lovely, lovely finish. That's drilled in. Alright, next goal here. Now, look at all this space he is in. Unmarked, he's able to put in a pass here. I assume he is the one that's supposed to be marking him. He lets his runner go. And look at that, another gap of space. Alright, I don't know if he's the midfielder or the center. I don't. If he's the midfielder, he's doing a good job. But if he's not, and he is the center back, he has left all this space that is unmarked. Let me just get rid of it. Yeah, he's left all this space that has not been occupied, and will most likely be exploited. So if he's a midfielder, good job. If he's a defender, he's not supposed to be there. But this man had so much space. Look at that, lovely. You know, it's one of those crosses you don't expect. Alright, so he's looking at the ball, but one of those things where I usually advise someone, stick your hand out. If you're touching the player, you're close enough. If you can't feel him, look and try to see where your player is. And in fact, there was actually another player here, so it could have gone both ways. Could have gone both ways, really. And if there was a player that was supposed to be there, if he was maybe in between there, maybe he could have blocked out the angle or just provided that necessary presence to maybe make the attacker think about playing that ball in. But it is a very good goal. Not much the keeper could do once again. They really didn't protect their keeper. Alright, next goal. Okay, these guys are so wide open. I mean, look at all this space. I mean, there's no one. I mean, okay, let's just do this. Let's cut the pitch in half. Let's cut the pitch in half. Let's see, one. Oh, let me get this one. Okay, so this is 1. This is 2. This is 3. This is 4. 4 attacking players versus 3 defensive players in their own half. That is crazy. But I like how this player here holds up the ball so well. Passes it into his... Okay, he does make a bad pass, which does allow people to, you know, go back in the box. He puts in this pass. And that's a good finish. Maybe he sent him all that way. Was he the one that played the ball? Let's just check that again. Is that number 11? Yes, maybe he did that so that he could score the goal. But I do like his movement. Even though he played the wrong pass, he didn't necessarily just stay in one spot, you know, feeling bad for himself. No, he made a movement. His teammates saw him. The fact he managed to run from... Oh, sorry. Let me push that back a bit. Alright. He is here. He's being marked. And he made the pass around somewhere here. Yeah, around somewhere here. Now, look at this. Look at that. Pound. Oh, wait. Let me try that again. Pound, 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 pound. All that space unmarked. No one is even bothering to check or follow him. He receives the ball in all this space unmarked. By the time anyone wants to come and, you know, take the ball away from him, it's too late. That's a lovely finish. Maybe player number 11 played a deliberately bad ball so that he could get on it. Otherwise, that's a good side foot finish. Yeah, not much the keeper could do. I mean, the fact is unmarked. That's a lovely, lovely goal. Let's head on to the next goal of the match. Yeah, it looks like I missed one. Yeah, I think I went a bit too forward with this one. Alright, so yeah, I made a mistake. Alright, so here, this is a clear foul. Denial of a clear goal scoring opportunity, which leads to a penalty. Look at that. Well taken penalty. He puts it in the corner right there. This one, it's a good goal, but a bit of... Okay, so he starts his run from here. So this is why it's always important to make a run. Even though you may feel as if you're not doing anything, you're probably doing something. Maybe that's even a life lesson. Just do what you gotta do. It might feel useless, but you never know the difference you could be making. So him making this run here makes the defender think. You see, in his mind, yes, he has to mark him, but he also has to consider the fact that he may lay the ball into this player's path. So it kind of confuses him, because as you can see here, he actually doesn't do much, but I don't know. Maybe he was planning to strike back a bit so in case a cross comes in, he might be able to cut it out. But he ends up taking a good shot. Maybe the keeper could have done better. But yeah, just making those runs, I'm sure it was in his mind that he might pass the ball or lay it off. But just make those runs. You will see a difference. Look at that. He hits it. Okay, he does hit it well. The keeper maybe could have done better. This should be the last goal of the match. Cross comes in. Nothing much the defender could do. You can actually feel for him. Let's let this play again. I think this is where in those cases it's very acceptable to kick it as hard as you can, because I think he tried to stop it with his studs. Unfortunately, it slips off and ends up going into the back of his own net. But I do like I don't know, his teammates, because they go there to console him. It's not that he wanted it to go into the back of his own net, but it's one of those freak accidents that just happen. Otherwise, this has been my match analysis for Ohio State versus Michigan. It's been fun. Like, share, subscribe. I will see you in the next match analysis.